Hi my salty pecans, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Pamela, and on today's video I'm going to be doing something I have not done in a really long time. And you're probably like, oh man, you barely post, so we can't even imagine what it is. Exactly. So on today's video I am doing none other than a drum roll please, actually cowbell please, Starbucks haul. I'm just kidding, not a Starbucks haul, but a plant haul. So if you're interested in just a little backstory, I'm going to tell you all, and also seeing the babies that I picked up, then keep on watching. So welcome back everyone. All right, in here there's a bag inside of a bag, and it's just to condense the bags that I had. So this first bag is from the second plant purchase, and the first bag I purchased after I picked the plant up from the first person. They gave me the plants without a bag, and it's like 30 degrees right now in New York, so I just bought, you know, one of these reusable bags for it. So the backstory of this is just reusable bag, and the plants are in here. So I guess backstory, like I said, I wanted to tell you all, I have not purchased a plant in quite a few months. Yes, I have added some new plants into my collection, and that was sometime early September via the plant swap meet and greet that I went to with Nia and TR. So other than that, I have not purchased any plants since, no cap, no exaggeration, since maybe spring break when I went to Miami in 2021. So that was probably around April, May-ish is when I went to spring break in Miami, and I picked up this huge like shark tooth cactus and also my non-tissue culture tetrasperma. So I'll actually link that video here, but well, those videos, because it was two. I did a vlog and then I did the haul video after. So today I picked up some plants in real life. I also picked up these plants from private individual sellers, not like a plant shop. I am on, like, you know, different plant groups, plant forums, and one of the New York ones that I'm in, some people were selling plants. One of the plants was actually sold to me 2 weeks ago. I completely forgot I had to pick it up, and like I felt so crappy, you know, like having someone wait. And she was kind enough to hold the plant for me. She went on vacation and she's back from vacay, and I was able to pick up the plant up from her today. Also, great timing, I seen yesterday, so today is Monday, so Sunday night I was just like, again on Facebook, the same Facebook plant page, I just noticed this person was selling this Wishlist plant of mine that honestly you'll see the plant I'm talking about. All of these are Wishlist plants except one, but it's cool to just have in my collection anyways. So they had this Wishlist plant and they were selling it for a great price, and they were also giving like some freebies. So I definitely hopped on it, snagged it, because I have not purchased a plant since April, May, which is insane. Coming from someone who once upon a time, I had to create a budget for myself. I had to create a spending limit each month, and pretty much every month I surpassed that spending limit. I always overspent. So yeah, we're here. We are smarter about our plant purchases, and we are more conscious. We are not going crazy because we're no longer in, you know, the dead of the pandemic. So I'm going to start off with the first plant that I purchased 2 weeks ago, but I'm picking up today. Oh yeah, so we'll start with that, okay? So everything got shuffled and tossed around inside of the bag, so there's like soil all over here. But the first plant was this beautiful Hoya variegated Weidii, So you're probably like, oh Pam, I thought you had a weirdy eye. I did, it died. So I got a replacement, and she sold this little cutting, you know, this beautiful, you know, piece for $5, which is great. That's another main thing, is that I'm not trying to spend a ridiculous, exuberant amount of money on plants. They're not worth that much to me, but $5 definitely can do for this beautiful Wishlist plant. So I got myself a Hoya Weyetii variegated. And the next one is like in this little container thingy, right? But there are 3 plants in here. Ooh, Charlie. Ooh, Chile, I think I'm like damaging my plants. Oops. Okay, so the first plant that, which is the real one that I bought, is this. Can you guess? It's a Wishlist. It's a Wishlist. Ooh, yes. Jinx, get down. It's a variegated philodendron Burley Marks. I have been honestly eyeing on the hunt for this plant for years, months, years, and I don't feel comfortable spending the money that people are selling these for. And I snagged this beauty up for, you're like, oh Pam, how much did you spend? I paid $30 for this plant, and you're like, oh, $30, but this has multiple new growth points. There's 1 new growth point, 2 new growth points, 3 new growth points that actually like snap, 4, 5, 6. There are 6, 7 new growth points, 8 new growth points. And if you know, again, the Burley Marks, they grow crazy. So $30 for a variegated Burley Marks. These things are going for like hundreds, you know, at least like $75 online for a cutting or like a small immature plant, a juvenile. But this has beautiful variegation, and I don't expect any less from this. So this is the second plant that I purchased. So I pretty much paid $35, you know, for these 2. So the seller was also giving freebies on the listing. So I'm gonna have to write the name of this. Actually, let me do this one first. They also gave another variegated billitate cutting for free. So this was a free piece, and the seller said that it was a reverted one. But when I look at the stem, the vine, I can see some variegation in the stem, in the vine. So I pretty much got a free variegated Burley Marks, and I'm just gonna isolate this for sure. And I'm also going to add some insecticides because I am going through some like pest issues in my home, and I don't want to bring anything new into my home on top of what I'm already battling. So that was the freebie. And the next freebie that I claimed is this beautiful, I forgot which exact philodendron it is. I'm gonna have to put the name down in, you know, down here. But this is the next freebie that I got along with this purchase. So essentially for $30, I got 3 plants. This is not super common. Like I can't go into a Home Depot and find this philodendron, nor can I find a variegated Burley Marks. You can, like, upon chance, of course, but if it's like a release, they're not gonna release variegated Burley Marks as of yet. And I mean like Costa Farms. So yeah, $30, and this was just a $5, so I paid $35 for 4 plants. I don't think I could beat anything better than that. I am so excited to have these in my collection. If you already know, I have this beautiful Burley Marks. I love Burley Marks, and the next one I want in my collection is the Fantasy. So I am gonna get the Burley Marks Fantasy, but for now I'm just gonna chill, enjoy the ones that I have now. And if I do plan on getting the Fantasy, it's gonna be like via trade. I don't want to spend Burley Marks Fantasy money on Burley Marks Fantasy. Again, it doesn't make sense to me. But that's pretty much all I wanted to share in today's video. Again, I have not done a haul in months. I have not purchased plants in months, almost like, dare I say, like a year to be, you know, round up. But I did downsize my collection. I sold a lot of plants, you know. I lost, you know, some weaklings, you know, throughout the year, but other than that, I really had to go down from like that 200 plus plant collection that I once had. I think I might be under 100 plants now, so I feel good not having an excess amount of plants that I can care for. I'm comfortable with what I have, so that is really important thing, you know, just being able to manage what you have, because again, it makes no sense to have a bunch of broken cars when you could just have one or two great operating vehicles. And that is a metaphor for having a whole bunch of unhealthy plants, right? Just to say you have a lot of plants versus you having a few plants but they're all thriving and just ginormous. And yeah, I added my Diphanglacia has moved from the other room to the new room. So yeah, like I said, I'm going to isolate these plants. I'm gonna do a little pest treatment and I'm gonna let them grow and be huge and beautiful. I love burley marks, so glad to have this baby in my collection. So with that being said, thank you so much, my salty pecans, for watching this video. If you liked it, please let me know by giving it a thumbs up and sharing. Subscribe if you aren't already. Join this little cookie family because we're pretty awesome here. Become a salty pecan, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a new video. And I will see you in the next one. Let's get growing. Bye.